you, and that will give the other folks as well who are watching and listening really know you. And as I said, if for some reason, si pour some, quelque raison, ou obligé quitter club là, you. And, okay, si pour quelque raison, okay, good. Okay, I think it's good. So now we are going to start with the club that we're gonna have tonight. As I said, it's going to be about books and reading. You guys, you're gonna get opportunity to say things. So my name is Mr. Michael, Teacher Michael, and I'm gonna be the host of this beautiful event that we're having tonight. It's going to be about books and reading, and the questions will be wonderful. You guys, only what you have to do is just raise your hand, as I said, and I'd like to get opportunity to say things. We're gonna cover the fourth question today, the other for tomorrow. So now let's go, please, my people. We're gonna start with the question number one. The question number one says, "Why is it important to read?" And what kinds of books do you like to read? Who want to start with the first comment, please? If you want to say things, I give you opportunity. Raise your hand, and I'm gonna give you the mic. That will give you opportunity to say things. So try to be short, like some 2 3 minutes, no more than 3 minutes, guys. And I'd like to give other folks opportunity to say things as well. As I said, we live on Zoom and YouTube at the same time. If you guys, for some reason, you cannot keep on right here, you can also go on YouTube just to keep following. So if you want to say things, guys, you who are here on Zoom, raise your hand. I'm gonna give you the mic. But if you are not ready, we can understand because we I don't really see I don't really see your hand. I don't really see your hand. So guys, I'm just waiting for if you want to say things, especially try to raise the hand and I'm gonna see it, and I'm gonna give you opportunity maybe to start with the first comment. And you guys who are on YouTube as well, I encourage you. You can also leave your comment in the chat, and if you want to say it, participate in the Zoom. We're gonna give you opportunity the ID and also the password as well, just to connect while here on Zoom, just to get opportunity to say things. And the club is going to be not only for today, but also for tomorrow as well, where people you're gonna get opportunity to spend a really good moment, to spend a really good weekend, where you're gonna get opportunity to talk about subject that you love, especially that beautiful topic, which is books and reading. And if you guys you're watching from other parts of the world, so don't forget, my name is Mr. Michael, and the school is Comwad Language Courses. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, the same name, Comwad Language Courses. So, as I said, in the club tonight, it's going to be about books and reading. I know sometimes it's a kind of difficult for people to talk about that topic. I know as well some of you folks you are on YouTube and you are on Zoom. Some of you you are beginners, you're here for the first time. Donc si vous là pour première fois dans le club là, le club là les gars pour avec les petits et ensuite avec Liv. Nous pral gen possibilité pour nous capable participer nous-mêmes qui c'est intermediate and advanced. But for people who are beginners, pour moun qui c'est beginner avec elementary, we're gonna go over like some basic vocabularies that can really help you guys to really understand the topic that we are going to discuss together. So first of all, we have the title, How to Talk About Books in English. Donc, façon pour parler des livres en anglais. So, first of all, we get the first word. This is the general word, which is books. Books, this is the plural, which is in Creole, qui veut dire livre. And also, we have the verb, which is read. We have read. We have read. And also, we have reading. This is c'est non. Et ensuite, c'est participe présent verbe lire. Nous avons read, qui c'est verbe lire, and nous avons reading, qui c'est lecture. And after that, we have some other words related to reading as well. For example, we have that word, which is John was. Genoise is the pronunciation. It's a French word, but also we use it in English. Well, the pronunciation, it's a kind of crazy. We have genoise. And also we have synonym for genoise. For example, we get types, styles, kinds, sorts, and categories. Again, genres, types, styles, kinds, sorts, and categories. So, en créole, nous gagnons genres qui c'est genre, et nous gagnons types qui c'est type, et nous gagnons styles qui c'est style, et nous gagnons kinds qui c'est genre, et nous gagnons sorts qui c'est sort, and category qui c'est categories. Donc, nous utilisons comme synonyme pour genres. Donc, si vous voulez poser une question, qui genre de livre que vous aimez lire, ou ka utiliser n'importe dans ça yo. Par exemple, nous avons première question ça ici qui dit what type of books do you like to read? Qui genre de livre ou aimez lire? What kind of books do you like to read? Qui sort de livre ou bien qui genre de livre que vous aimez lire? Et finalement, what sort of books do you like to read? Qui sort de livre que vous aimez lire? So, en général, nous gagnons, pour nous parler des livres en anglais, nous gagnons deux gros catégories qui c'est fiction and non-fiction. So, tout d'abord, nous gagnons fiction, qui c'est histoire qui pas réelle, et ensuite, tout, nous gagnons non-fiction, qui c'est histoire qui réelle. Et après ça, nous gagnons livres électroniques qui nous les e-books or electronic books. And after that, we get physical books or paper books, que c'est livre qui nous gagne sous format physique ou bien livre nous gagne sous format ou bien sous papier. And after that, we have sub-genres, qui c'est l'autre catégorie livre qui nous gagne en détail. So guys, especially you guys who are really beginners, you can really pay attention and listen and you can repeat at the same time if you really want to. That can really help you because at the beginning, I just asked hands. I didn't see heads. That's the reason I take opportunity like to really help people who cannot really say things. For example, the first type of book we have right here, c'est livre motivation. Livre motivation in English we say motivational books. Motivational books. And après ça, nous avons livre éducation, educational books, educational books. And after that, nous avons livre cuisine qui c'est cookbooks, livre Timon, children books, livre poésie, poetry, livre biographie, biography, livre science, science books, livre roman, romance, and or novel. And after that, nous avons business and career books, c'est livre qui ont rapport avec business et carrière, environmental books, livre qui ont rapport avec environnement, health and fitness book, livre santé, and we get personal growth or self-growth, and we get technology books, history books, etc. So I think those vocabularies can really help you guys to sound a little better. So vocabulaire ça vous capable aider, non? Ça nous capable utiliser dans participation que nous pral gagner. Et finalement, nous avons environ 4 expressions ici pour capable dire dans quel niveau que vous aimez lire. Par exemple, si vous regardez en bas, côté qui dit reading, nous avons the first expression qui c'est I am a book lover. I am a book lover, c'est une façon pour dire moi remets lire. I am a book lover. And after that, quelle autre façon que vous capable de dire ça encore? I am a bookworm. I am a bookworm. So, de même que vous capable de dire I am a bookworm, vous capable utiliser négatif là tout. For example, I like to read, but I'm not a bookworm. I love to read, but I'm not an avid reader. Okay, the other one it's I am an avid reader. C'est un monde qui remet lit en pile, qui est vraiment passionné de lecture. And finalement, I am a bibliomaniac. Bibliomaniac. I am a bibliomaniac. It's a kind of crazy, but I think, guys, you can use this expression as well to sound a little better. So, are you ready now to talk about that beautiful topic that we are discussing. So I encourage you guys to really raise your hand, and I'm gonna give you the mic to start with the question number one. The question number one says, "Why is it important to read, and what kinds of book do you like to read?" We're gonna start with you, please, Miss Stacey. You get the microphone, just open it, and let's go, please.
Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. And thank you for being there for taking part of this club tonight. Like you know me, I'm Miss Taifi, and I'm so happy and excited to be among you guys tonight. And we are talking about a beautiful topic. It's about read, and we're gonna know what is reading is important to your comments. And if you're not already be part of the reading process after tonight for the next year coming up, like 2026, you will be plugging because you're gonna see why it's important to read. And thank you, Teacher Michael. Thank you, Teacher Michael, for giving me the mic and to share my thoughts for the first question. And what is important to read? This is a great question because sometimes we start and we quit because like you just show us, I'm not a book lover, and sometimes you don't have purpose to it. And I was listening uh, videos before the club. It was from Elon Musk. If you read in an area you is not interested in, you will be discouraged. This is why when we start to read, we have to read an area you love. If you like romance, read some book about romance to get motivation. That's gonna help you. Reading is important in so many ways. Why? Because when you read, you invest in yourself. The best investment you can do, it's in yourself. And reading help you do that. And this during throughout this year, every book I read teach us the same lesson. Maybe every podcast I listen teach me the same lesson. The best investment you can do is in yourself. And the first one you can do is about reading. Because when you read, you feed your brain. When you feeding your brain, you have a great mindset, you become more positive, and sometimes that help you um, to reduce stress. Sometimes you just read a book, you are anxious. While reading, you find the answers. Maybe you find a door, to open because the reading process help you in this area. And like I really love, it's like read when you read like books, it's a good friend. You can open it and open it again. And sometimes that's happened to me. When I read, if I'm not satisfied the way I read the chapter, I'm gonna read it again because I feel something was off while I was reading. If I was reading for some time for something just pop up, I have to leave and to go out. I left the reading process in the middle. I'm gonna start over again because I think there is something we not stick off together if I keep reading the same way. I think reading is really important because that's gonna help you to feed your brain. They're gonna help you to have more vocabulary, and they're gonna help you to keep grow. Reading help and personal growth. And when you read in the area you like, that help you a lot. Like me, I have the goal like to be financial free. Why now I read book about business. But before I never read any book about business because it wasn't my goal, it wasn't my purpose. But why now, if I can say kind of books I like to read for now, it will be books about business, about leadership, because I want to be financially independent. I want when I'm talk, I want people to listen to me. That's my answer. Thank you, Teacher Michael.
Okay, good. So thank you and thank you a million, our beautiful lady, because books really make that big change in you. We really appreciate that and really thank you as well. because you're kind of brave to give the first comment. Thank you. Okay, so now we're gonna go with a different person. It's going to be our sister, you, Miss Jilla. You get the microphone. Even though you're baby Lala, you're gonna get opportunity to say things. Just open the mic and let's go with you, please, Miss Jilla.
Thank you, Michael. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jusnio. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jada. I am listening. Hello.
Yes, we are listening. Naptadeo.
Okay. My name is Jada. I am listening from Dominican Republic, especially the capital. I am a new student, and I am so glad to be here tonight. Well, in my personal opinion, I consider reading as a duty for everyone because it, it both intelligent and curiosity, allowing you to escape the conditions of society and all those people who want to limit you by dictating that is good and bad. I like to read both fiction and non-fiction books, but my favorite is non-fiction, especially books that talk about history, beauty, health, and fitness. Thank
Great. So
you.
thank you and congratulations, Miss Jilla. I really congratulate you. Gen moun ki ka di, oh, lycée un bébé là là. Oui, en pile monde, c'est là yo te commencé. C'est là nous te sorti jusqu'à ce que nous arrivions côté nous a parlé. Nous a parlé ta couille anti oise konya. Kembe là, I really congratulate you. So keep it up, keep it up. After 3 months, after 6 months, you're gonna see yourself and you're gonna love yourself as well. Okay, so now we're gonna go with a different person. We're so happy to get you out here, folks. We're so happy to have you. If you guys you can open your camera, that can really help as well. So now we're gonna go with a different person. It's going to be let me see my people. It's going to be you, Mr. Davidson. You get the microphones, just open it, brother, and try to say things about that question, the question number one, please.
Good evening, teacher Michael. Good evening, my beautiful people in Commonwealth English courses. My name is Davidson Lafleur. I'm currently living to Dominican Republic, so I'm so happy to be here with you and to share my thought. I'm one of the students of Commonwealth language courses. Yeah, thank you, dear Michael, for giving me this opportunity to say things about this the first question. So, in my opinion, the question is why is it important to read, and what kind of books do you like to read? According to me, it's important to read because it helps us grow mentally. When you read, that helps you not only grow mentally, it helps you grow emotionally and intellectually. And then I'm gonna give you some key reason that's why we must read. When we read, that improves our language skill. Okay, reading expand vocabulary as mentioned Mrs. Steffi. When we read, that expand vocabulary, grammar. Okay, our grammar, and it's very helpful to read. And also it increases our knowledge. You learn about history, science, culture. For example, when you talk about history, and then it's it was by reading we know Christopher Columbus discovered Haiti or America, and then it's just by reading, just by history. And then the third one is build empathy. His stories help you understand others, other people's feeling. When you read, that's you that help you know better people's feeling. In my case, I like I like reading nonfiction books, especially self-development, psychology books, motivational books, and personal growth. Because me right now, I feel I have more and more um, motivation to read this kind of book because I really want to have my own business in the so I have my big goal to achieve, and then these kind of book are really interesting because one of the a an author said that you will be better in the future only by the book you read, and or even by the people you meet. So if you want to be better or in the future, so you need to read, and then not only read by the people you meet in your life, because the people you meet in your life can also influence in your future. If you mean, for example, if you surround by good people, and then you will get a better result in the future. But if you surrounded by, for example, toxic negative people, you already know what the result can be. And then thank you, teacher Michael, for this opportunity to share my idea, my thought about the first question. Thank you very much.
Great. So thank you, and thank you, Amelian, our dear brother from another mother. We really thank and we really congratulate you as well because you had opportunity to say things. You did it. I really appreciate and I really congratulate you. Okay, so now we're gonna go with a different person. It's going to be our dear brother, Mr. Emmanuel from Tigua. We're so happy to have you. And I hope you're gonna get the good internet to really say things about that topic. You get the mic, open it, brother, and try to say things, please. I said, Mr. Emmanuel Jasmine, you get the microphone. It seemed like a
His internet is
connection.
bad. He tried to connect again. If he
Okay,
gets, we
good.
can take him because the
Now,
internet is really bad.
okay, good. Now let's go with another person. It's going to be you, our beautiful one, Miss Neftali. You get the microphone. Just open it. Try to spread, to say things about that topic.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Neftali. I'm a PR student of Common Language Courses, and tonight I'm very happy to be with you guys. And when I said I'm a PR student, yes, I am because I was listening to you guys, and wow, I don't know, I don't even have words to express what I'm feeling right now. And thank you so very much, Teacher Michael, for sending me the link and to remind me because I was forgetting about the club tonight. And thank you for giving me the mic. So, so tonight we are talking about reading. As I'm a reader, I'm so happy to be with you guys and sharing my thought about why it is important to read. And in my personal experience, I can say reading is a very important tool if you want to become smart, intelligent, and success in life. Myself, I'm a reader, and my journey as a reader started when I was a kid. I was living in Haiti with my parents, and at the time, we used to have a lot of power outage in our neighborhood. And I remember, as every kid, we like entertainment, and one of the easiest way that I can entertain myself was to read. I started by reading Jehovah's Witnesses magazines because in our culture sometimes we said, so okay, you are too young to read some kinds of books. That's why I was limited, like, to read only spiritual stuff. But when I was growing up, I started reading other stuff, and I can say one of my favorite books are romantic books. I like putting myself in other people story, other people, you know, life, other people, beautiful things that is happening in our life that's not going to happen in my life. Just kidding. But yes, I like to read. I like reading. And I can say the reason that is so important to read it is if you want to become accurate, to have word to say, because sometimes you can like have the ability to speak. You can be a speaker but not a good speaker. You can say a lot of words, but to make people who have this wanting to listen to you again and again, you have to be accurate. And the way that you can become so accurate, it is by reading. For example, me myself, I speak several languages, but every time that I have to do some participation, first, I try to read. For example, all of my spiritual stuff, I do them in Spanish. And if I have participation in my congregation, the first thing that I will do, it's going to be read something so that I can remember some Spanish word, that's the Spanish, that way the Spanish can come easily in my head, because I'm not that smart to switch from a language to another one to be speaking like it is my mother tongue. No, I'm not. So reading is one of my tools. I use it to make people listen to me and want to listen to me again and again. So that's why I would like to encourage everyone to keep reading, because reading is a very, very beautiful thing. So thank you so very much, Michael. That's gonna be all for now. And I think if I have something else to add, I will raise my hand. Thank you.
Great. So thank you, and thank you very much, our beautiful lady. You're the prime one here. We're so happy to have you, and we congratulate you as well. And I think momentarily you're gonna get things to say. That's why we're supposed to get you out here. So now we're gonna go with other people. Keep raising your hand, folks, because I'm gonna try to do my best to give each of you comments in the question number one. Maybe in the other question, it might be a kind of difficult, but in the one, you guys are gonna get things to say. So let's go, please. We're gonna go with somebody who has his camera open. Mr. Austin, just let's go with your brother. Open the mic and let's go really quick, please.
Thank you a lot, Mr. Stanley. Thank you a lot, Mr. Michael. I always said Mr. Stanley because I practice a lot in private with him. It's my. I'm always Dominican Republic. I'm John Delkin Austin, and it's not my first time here. I'm a beautiful here, but we used to participate, and I I think this is the last this is the last club we have together for 2025. And I think each other we enjoy this moment we're gonna you sounds great, and I start to learn a lot. And about the first question, why is it important to read, and what kind of book do you like to read? This is a great question and deep. Um, First of all, when you read it, you search information and use your brain power by improving your memory. When you read, you keep your mind fresh, even though you're 70. When you have a pattern, we share. And when you read, you become a riser. Each time you try to open your mouth, people people listen you carefully about what you're gonna say to them, because people find wisdom, people respect you. And when you read a lot, you you talk by confident. You believe in yourself. You believe in your knowledge because you believe on riser. And when you read, this is our great time. You enjoy a great time, with the other people. We get chance to be a professor, a professor at Harvard University and different science. You know, you read, you read. That seems you're in the mind. You're in the mind. You read, you read. And for the second part of question, what kind of book do you like to read? Um, first, a first of all, I really appreciate, and I do, um, congratulate Teacher Michael for this initiative, because you help us. Could you hear me well, guys? Could you hear
W-
me?
Really well, brother.
Really
Really well.
well.
Really well. Uh-huh.
Okay. I thank Teacher Michael Obanj for the creator of initiative that help us to get knowledge, to get the wisdom. And now I want to read book about business. And during this year, this year we read books about business, financial independence, and personal growth. Eat that frog. Eat that frog, teach you about your personal development and five level of leadership when you're leader. And I remember a word that or sentence that I've learned. People will never follow a person be not be not the level. No, if you're a leader, you're supposed to master a communication skill. Every leader, they master communication skill. When they open up their mouth, you learn a lot. You go like Brian Tracy, like Jim Warren, and we have a good example here. When Teacher Michael opened their mouth, this is a great one we have, because we're supposed to value what we have, even though it's kind of challenging in our Asian community, but as a Haitian, I do. I do it. We have Teacher Michael. And read book about business. When you read about business, you know how the market work, how to manage the time. That help you a lot, to inquire more knowledgeable. Because even um to achieve your goal, you're supposed to read. Because when you don't have knowledge, you just you will wind up somewhere. You'll wind up somewhere. But when you read, you have a clear purpose. And tonight, I want to share that with you guys. Don't read, or never read when you are in command crisis, people trying to force you, to read. No, read on purpose. When you read on purpose, when you read, you read on purpose. That's mean you know where you start and you know where you end up. You will get the result. You will get the result. If you wanna read, that's why teacher Michael choose different section. If you wanna read books about personal development, just read it in your area. If you wanna read book about business, read it. Don't read for read. When you read, make sure you have a piece of paper. You write something down. Because when you come about language courses, I know here we don't have kids, we don't have children, we don't have the accountable person. You know, that's why tonight we are here to to. This is not the first moment we talk about read, but at the last year, teacher, this is our gift from teacher Michael, and that's all for now. I really appreciate you, teacher Michael. Thank you.
Mhm. Great. So thank you, Amelia, and our dear brother, Mr. Austin from Another Mother. You did a really good job. Really appreciate that. Even though you had some connection problem, but you really did it. I really congratulate you, my dear brother. Okay, so now we're gonna keep move on with other people. I'm gonna try to go with a beginner, and after that with intermediate or advanced. Be patient with me, guys. So keep raising your hand, and I'm gonna give you the mic to say things about the topic. So don't forget, we are talking about books and reading, and the purpose is to practice English. We live on Zoom and YouTube at the same time. Tomorrow we're gonna keep on with the club. So today we're gonna go over 4 questions, and tomorrow we're gonna go over the other 4 questions. So you can invite friends and family, and you guys who are on YouTube, you can also share opinion in a comment. Now let's go really quick. It's going to be Miss June, Miss Junica. You get the microphone, open it, say things. After you, it's going to be Mr. Erlen. Let's go with you, please, Miss Junica. You get the microphone, open it.
Good afternoon, Teacher Michael. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is June. I'm listening from Las Palmas, and I'm so happy to be here tonight. Well, in my opinion, I think it's important to read because when you read, it helps you pronounce, to learn new things, and allow you to understand topic that you didn't know before. It also helps you discover how to pronounce new things and help you plan something in a different ways. And reading is very important for many reasons. Example, it helps you expand your vocabulary and improve your pronunciation. And I like to read non-fiction books. Thank you, Teacher Michael, for the mic.
Congratulations, beautiful lady, Miss Jenica. Even though you're kind of beginner out here, but you've been doing really great job. And nous-mêmes qui sommes beginner, là, nous peut parler de qui est-ce qui a parlé pour nous. Miss Jenica, les choisi fait parler là. Congratulations, our beautiful one. So now we're gonna go with Mr. Erlen. After Mr. Erlen, it's going to be Mr. Alex. Guys, keep raising your hand because I'm gonna give you the mic as well. Mr. Erlen, you get the microphone. So why is it important to read? And what kinds of book do you like to read? And give me a second. Guys, if si nou ka ouvri kamera, non, ba se sa ka fe club la pi bel. Mr. Erlen, we're gonna go with you, please.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Helen. And first of all, thank you to Michael for the microphone. I really appreciate that. Very kind by your part. As I said, my name is Helen. I am always from DR, which is Dominican Republic. And it's always nice pleasure for me to be around people who loves English. I just want to share my opinion about that beautiful question, sorry, which is why it is important to read and what kind of book that I like to read. It is important to read, guys, first of all, because as we go each morning to do the gym, to strengthen our body, when we read is a kind of training for our brain because that make us think a lot better. Okay. And then if you're learning a new language and you're reading in that language, that help you with pronunciation. That help you to have a better pronunciation. And also it's depend of the books that you are reading. If you are, for example, you are reading a book that can give you tips in life that will help you to have a better version of yourself. There is a expression that we use in English, which is become somebody, somebody. When you say become somebody, somebody is someone that is become a better version of yourself. Books is one of the things that can help you to arrive in that level, because some of us don't really have opportunity to go to university because of money or other things, but there are a lot of books that can help you to catch knowledge. You don't even go to university, and then by reading you can get knowledge. Okay, and then books also can help people to have communication skills. Okay, but how you will get those skills if you not read. So that's why it is important to read. So I mentioned reading is important because that can help you to become to have a better version of yourself, and it's a kind of training for your brain, and then how that help you to think better. And then with books can give you skills that you didn't have. Okay, as Mr. Austin was mentioned, when he was giving his opinion. Each time you read, you take note in a piece of paper that can help you to remember the most important part in your reading, and then how to apply them in your life. All right. So me personally, I like to read books um related to teaching because I'm passionate about teaching, because I like teaching. I like to read this kind of books and communication books, like books that can help me to handle with wood person. All right, how to respond someone when he or she even give me a bad answer, how to handle with those moments when they arrive. So I'm like, that's why I plan to read books related to teaching process and communication skills during this coming year, which is 2026. All right. And
Mhm.
yesterday I was with my little sister, and she asked a question related to that too. She said, you have a lot of book in your house, so why you have those books here? So I say to read. She say, why you like to read? I say I like to read because that helped me to become a person that my mom always wanted me to be. I don't say books. My life isn't a book, but a book can help me to learn other people experience, and then to see mixes that people made, and then how their what strategy they used to recover, and then I can just to not go in the same way where where others was failed. And
Mhm.
then she said, you know what? From today, I'm gonna start to read. All right. So that was that question she asked was also of our preparation for the club, because I was like, I want to bring something new tomorrow.
Mhm.
I want to ask someone about reading, but I didn't near which person I will ask about it, and then my sister come to ask me about it. So
Mhm.
we discussed a lot about reading yesterday. That's why we took pictures and stuff. As if you got my contact, you could see that on my status. We took pictures, and we enjoyed the moment. And then uh I can see the impact that making in her when I give her the details about why I like to read, because I say to her, uh, yeah, it's a good goals if you wanna read, but do not read for read, please. Read because you wanna learn something. And she asks why, how I can love the reading. I say you can start by reading books that you love. Reading book that's not that who's not so complicated, and then you will, and do not spend too much time in like, because I show her that we can read even in 20 minutes. We can read, and then we are like meditating about the short term that we read. then we will have the desire to eat every day, like we'll become hungry. All right. So that's why I encourage every single one of you will send me, even on YouTube, TikTok, wherever you are in the world, even though you don't like to read, but trying to do it, trying to start because all right, you just try and then you tell me after 1 year how much you learn. All right. And I have more to say, but let me give you a chance to say something. So it was you made me stay out.
Great. Awesome, dear brother. Even though you're kind of a little longer, but you did a really great job. Do you understand? Because while you're talking, I really paid attention listening to you. I can see that the way you open not only mouth, but also your heart as well to say things. And it has wisdom in it. Thank you, brother. And I encourage other folks as well, try to do the same. Open your heart when you're talking. Try to use like your like personal stuff sometimes just to really explain things because that can really touch or touches other people's heart as well. So now we're gonna go with Mr. Alex. After Mr. Alex, it's going to be Alisa. After Alisa, it's going to be Stanley. Just guys, keep raising your hand and be patient with me, guys, because I'm gonna try to give each of you comment in the question number one, and after we're gonna go with the other one. Mr. Alex, brother, you get the microphone, please. Just open it and you get opportunity to say things about the question number one. Try to do it, brother.
Hello, teacher. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's always a pleasure to have the possibility to improve my English. And I want to thank you because you sent me the link. It is I'm Alexandre. I live in the US, and I can say with the teacher I have a great possibility to learn how to speak English because I don't even go in a school in here in the US. It is a pleasure to talk about this subject, why it is important to read, and what kind of books do I like to read. It is important to read because books, it's like a universe. It's like a way to understand things. It's like a way to make some experience that you don't really have to make by yourself because someone else already did this experience for you. Because in life, we don't have to make all experiences. This is the reason some people just have this possibility to make some experiences and they want those experiences for us to give us to find a better way to find life, a better way to live life. This is the reason I think reading is very important. As just as it is important to exercise to be healthy, just as it is important to eat different meals to be healthy, I think it is also important for our mind to improve our knowledge and our thinking. And I think the best way to enrich your brain is to read. It is the reason for me I always read books because when I want to learn something, when someone talk about something and I don't know the thing yet, I know I can find a way to understand. I can find a way to understand those thing in a book because we can have several books and each book can give us some possibility to learn several things. And for me, the books I like to read, it is the novel books because in the novels book I can be in the books, I can be in the story, I can find myself in the story. Like when I read some books and they explain the books, they explain some situation. Sometimes when I read novels, I can see myself in those books. It's like I'm the author. I'm the person who live or who live in the story. And the other books I like to read, it is the
Maybe something just pops up because I know what's going on, brother. But anyway, maybe something because
okay,
it seems you didn't finish. I'm sorry.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Eh, yes, I said that I like educational book
Mhm.
because even though you go to a university or school, if you don't have this practice to read books, I I'm I can be clear that you can go anywhere without reading books. This is
Mhm.
all I would like to say today.
Congratulations, brother. I really congratulate and I really thank you as well because you accept the invitation and try to be who are here, sharing things, knowledge, and wisdom as well. Thank you, my dear brother. Okay,
Thank you.
guys, so now we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving with other people. Don't forget, guys, the club is free. I mean, we don't have to pay, but the club, we're gonna get it only today and tomorrow. And we're gonna get club like January 2nd, I mean 2 janvier. Après ça, nous pourquoi payer club encore? So, partagez le link là avec un ami, avec une famille, bah, la possibilité pour le participer tout. Et bon, petit tout dit nous ça. Moi, j'ai l'autre WhatsApp moi qui bloqué et c'est avec moi communiquer avec monde qui te voulait dans le club yo. Malheureusement, WhatsApp l'a bloqué jeudi. Il n'y a pas de possibilité de joindre le link là. Donc, ou même en tant qu'intelligent, pas attendre de envoyer le link bah ou encore demain. Pas attendre de envoyer le link bah ou encore pour chaque club qui m'a bien qui c'est 2 janvier. Parce que ça, c'est soit WhatsApp privé seulement qui fonctionne. Moi, pas utiliser pour me communiquer avec mon vrai. Donc, malheureusement, moi, pas qu'à envoyer le link. Donc, même link là, c'est où qui pourrait être en contact avec nous pour connaître l'autre club là. L'autre club n'a bien c'est demain. N'a continué avec sujet à l'autre 4 questions. Yo. Et puis, pour 2 janvier, nous allons parler des objectifs. Parce que vraiment, club ça appelle, ou bien appelle cause pour dire. I'm sorry for the Creole. Now we're gonna go with Miss Alisa. After Alisa, Stanley. After Mr. Stanley, it's going to be Emmanuel. After Emmanuel, Rebecca. Be patient with me, guys. I'm gonna give each of you people opportunity to say things. Let's go, please, Miss Alisa. You get the microphone. Our beautiful sister. You get the mic. Open it and try to say things, please. Miss Alisa, we don't hear you. We don't hear you. Maybe you get some problem. We don't hear you. No. Okay, let's go please, Mr. Stanley. We're gonna go with you, our dear brother, Mr. Stanley. And after that, we can go with Miss Alisa. But for now, you, Mr. Stanley, you get the mic, please. No, okay.
My dear teacher Michael.
Yes, sir. We hear you.
Okay. Good evening, everybody who are here, especially you, my dear teacher and friend Michael. So happy, to greet you. And my name is Stanley from Haiti, and all teacher Michael students. About the topic, the importance of reading, I could say, as my dear friend Mr. Allen, mentioned something, about communication. When you read, you will be able, to have a bunch of words at your disposal. It will help, to communicate well, to articulate. Not only that, reading help people as well, to be a problem solving. It's for that reason, I try to read every day, so that I can stand out because I think that it's something that is pretty important in that world right now. If you can't stand out, they will not try, to hire you. And you as well, you will not be an asset. You will be your abilities. For that reason, I try to read every day. And the other thing as well, it will help you, to think outside the box. When I mention to think outside the box, that means you will be able, to come up with some great idea. And then when people have problem, you will be able, to solve the problem, so fast because you got idea, you have knowledge, and then you know that one of the things that really stop people from achieving their world, their thing, their objective. It is because of ignorance. When you have ignorance, you have a fear of failure. The fact that you know that you don't have knowledge in certain things will not be able, to take speech. You'll not be able, to say something. You will not propose yourself, for some work because you know that with deep down within you don't have enough knowledge. But if you keep reading, you keep building, yourself. That means you broadening, your knowledge
You will have ability, to stand out. When people ask for someone, to do something, you will propose yourself, and many doors will open for you. It's for that reason I think that it is something that is pretty important. Everybody right here should wait, because if you wait, you will find a lot of insights that can really help you, during your period on this earth. And the other thing as well, what kind of books that I like to read? I like to read books, talking about, personal development, like leadership, time management, books on as well success on business. I do love those kind of books because I don't want, to contribute something positive in that world. I don't want, to achieve my goal. It's for that reason I try, to read those kind of books. And I can tell you guys, those books, just help me, to improve my ability, because, sometimes if you're not used to weed, you might be like, I could say that you might not respect, someone else's opinions. But if you keep reading, you will feel like it's pretty important, to respect someone's opinions, and you will understand people more as well, because you are so wise about, all the decision you have to make. You will think twice before you take any decision, because you got that knowledge. And then if you don't, or if you overusing that knowledge, you know that deep down you do something that hurt your feeling, and then you will stop, from doing that. You will say, oh, if I got that knowledge, I really need, to um make my decision based on that knowledge, and then you will feel like you're wise. For example, there are some people, they try, to read some book talking about, law of attraction, and then you know that if you thought bad things might happen to you. You will keep, from not thinking bad. If someone just did something to you, say, oh, I can understand that person. Maybe it is because he woke up, on the wrong food. You will try, to question that action instead of just action, abruptly. I think it's all, and thank you, my dear teacher Michael. And I forget, to mention that. I forgot that if if today was the club, it's for that reason I just come a bit late. And thank you a lot, teacher. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we got it. Thank you, brother. You really did it as well. Like the other brothers, you really did a really good job, my dear one from Delma. A really big shout out to all of the other folks who are listening from Haiti, especially Delma as well. Now we're gonna go with other people. Miss Alisa, do you want to say something, please? Try to open the mic because we would like to hear you. Your beautiful voice, Miss Alisa. No, we don't hear you. Si wap itilize kas, I'm sorry. Mdap sujou retire kas la, parce que we don't hear you. But meanwhile, let's go with Mr. Emmanuel. After Emmanuel, it's going to be Rebecca. After Rebecca, it's going to be Maisha. Let's go, please, Mr. Emmanuel. Jasmine, Emmanuel, you get the microphone, boy, there. Just open it and say things, please.
Thank you, Teacher Michael. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jasmine Emmanuel. I'm listening from Haiti, especially at Petit Gulf. It's a really nice pleasure for me to have all of you tonight for sharing your point about the great topic that we have. We are talking about books reading. First of all, I can say to you, it's really important to read, because when we read, that expand our mindset. Books exposed to new ideas, strategies, and ways of thinking you may never encounter in daily life. Another thing I can say, books reading improve decision making. When you read, you learn from other successful people. You learn from their mistakes, and that really help to save time and money. Then, when we read, that builds discipline and focus. Like Brian Tracy explained in one of the book, No Excuses, reading regularly strengthens self-discipline. And another thing I can say, reading increases financial intelligence. Many people work hard, but they stay poor because they lack financial education. Reading fills this gap. And the last one I want to add, think reading improve your English skills. Since we learn to practice English, reading is one of the best ways to grow vocabulary and confidence. For that reason, it's really important to read. Yes, I want to read books like Mindset and Financial Education. These books change how we think about money. And I want to read books related to self-discipline and success, business and entrepreneurship, and the last one, investing and money management. That's all, Teacher Michael. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, our dear brother with your son right here from Haiti, Petit Guave. Really big shout out to all of you folks and congratulations, my dear brother, you, Mr. Emmanuel. So now we're gonna go with Miss Rebecca. After Rebecca, let me see. It's going to. I'm trying like to give each of you comment, guys. Be patient. It's going to be Maisha. Miss Rebecca. After Maisha, Mr. Ginaldo, you're gonna get the mic. Be ready. Let's go, please, Miss Rebecca. You get the microphone.
Okay. Hello. Good evening, guys.
Good
Thank
evening.
you, Teacher Michael, for giving me the mic. I almost fallen asleep, so I'm so tired, but I just want to stay here today. We discuss a wonderful subject talking about read. So, talking about books. Sorry. According to me, I think reading is really important because it can help us to grow mentally, emotionally, and socially. So it's really important for us to read. So, and I really like your initiative to help people to read. Me personally, I'm not a book lover, so I read sometimes, but not totally feeling um like like that. But now I'm just trying to read, to just making any effort to read more. So when you read, it can build your knowledge. So it can help you to have more information, new ideas, new skills. So, and reading can help us to reduce a stress, so bring calm in your mind. So it's really important to read, and it can support you for growth. So I encourage people to read. And the second part of the question says, what kind of read book Yeah, what kind of book do you like to read? Me, now I like to read motivational book because I want to achieve some of my goals. So I think this kind of book can help me to achieve my goals. So after that, I like to read educational book and book talking about business because I want to I want to be emotional. Just yeah. Okay. I want to be a financial independent, so I like to read business book, and I like to read book talking about health and fitness too. So thank you again, Teacher Michael, for giving me this opportunity to share my thought.
Yes, congratulations and thank you, our beautiful Becky, Miss Rebecca. It's a nice pleasure to get you with your beautiful comment. And don't forget, you're in America, not the continent, but the country, United States of America. You can do it. Read,
Yeah,
keep reading, try to get goals and plan as well. You're gonna accomplish things. Thank you, Miss Rebecca.
you're welcome.
Now, Miss Maisha, we're gonna go with you, please. You get the microphone. After Miss Maisha, it was Mr. Ginaldo, and you guys keep raising your hand because I'm gonna try to give you the mic. Miss Maisha, you get the microphone. Our little sister, open it. Let's go with you. Oh, Miss Maisha is not ready. We're gonna go with you, Mr. Ginaldo. Mr. Ginaldo, you get the microphone. Let's go really quick, brother. Okay, I'm sorry. Miss Maisha is ready. I'm sorry. Miss Maisha, let's go, please.
For me, reading is good to read. Reading helps you think faster because it makes your brain work more effective. The more you read, the more your mind your mind grows, and the more nourishing, nourishing, nourishing you gain. When you read, you think faster, which means your brain is working more quickly. The more you read, the more your brain expands and the more things you know. Reading allows you to learn about various new things and gain a deeper understanding of subjects you might not have been familiar.
Mm, great. Thank you. My little Maisha, she's a really young lady. Se Miss Maisha mwen gen ki pi jen, nan tout moun mwen gen isit yo. Paske an fèt mba fè kou pou ti moun, men li men pou yon rizon li la. Congratulations, little sister Miss Maisha. You did a really good job. We really appreciate it. After 6 months, you're gonna open yourself. Thank you. So now we're gonna go with a different person. It's going to be you, our dear brother, Mr. Ginaldo. It's been ages. You get the microphone, open it, say things. We're gonna go with you, my dear brother.
Good evening, everybody,
Good evening.
especially my family, my comrade. I greet every single one of you guys. My name is Ginaldo. I'm from Haiti, and I currently live in Dominican Republic. So it's I'm kind of excited to be here tonight. So it's been a very long time, you know. Yeah, so it's good to see you guys.
Mhm.
For me, I think reading is one of the best things that we have in life, and because I think we need to read as to grow knowledgeable, and we need it in every field that we get into in life if we actually want to build a career. So we will need to read a lot and trying to get ourselves beyond the regular level that we used to be. So I think reading book is to disclose a new horizon, you know, to get yourself very far from um, what a regular person used to be in life. And I think one of the book that I read, even though that I didn't finish it, because I'm kind of very lazy when it comes to read. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I'm not a very good reader, but yeah, I'm trying to. You know, I didn't have the habit, but I'm trying to have it. Like thanks to teacher Michael, because this is something that I've never done before until I get into Comward language courses. But now I can say I'm doing better. One of the book that I really like, it was or it is Eat That Frog,
Mhm.
which is a book. I think it's for personal development. So it's like to change your habit. So this is a very good book to read. And one of the things that I really like about it, and when I first read it, I did understand that phrase when it said, when Brian Tracy says, if you have two frog in front of you, eat the ugliest first. So this phrase, I was misinterpreted just because I didn't understand it. But when I started to think about it and trying to understand it, I realized that it was not what I think before. So it is, if you have two things in front of you to do the most important first. So when you do the most important first, so you you like have something ahead of the time. So I think this is the reason that I consider like reading book as a lifetime. So for me right now, I I can't say that I got myself into reading, but I want to. I want to have the habit of reading books. I want to feel like I want to heal. I want to read something when I wake up in the morning. So I want to be like that. So I'm trying to have that habit, because I consider reading as basically the most important thing in life. If you don't want to be a regular person in life. So this is my opinion about it, and it was very good to participate tonight.
Great. Thank you a million, our dear brother, Mr. Ginaldo. We're so happy to get you. Do you understand? Even though we said it's been ages, but we know the situation, we are kind of like fighting and with things in the eye. But today we get opportunity to be around. Thank you. And thank you very much. So now we're gonna go with Mr. James. After James, Maisa Love. After Maisa Love, Yolanda. And after you, the other two people, we're gonna go with you. Let's go, please, Mr. James. Anulis, you get the microphone. My little brother as well. You're gonna get thing to say. Let's go really quick.
Good afternoon, Teacher Michael. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is James. I live in Dominican Republic. So, in about question number 1, for me, reading is very important, and because it improve cognitive functions, for example, concentration, memory, critical thinking, and it enriches vocabulary and knowledge, reduces stress, increases empathy, and open-mindedness, and can even prevent age and related cognitive decline while promoting will bind in better sleeping and quality by preventing our healthy scalper. So thank you, Teacher Michael, for giving the mic.
Congratulations as well. Our dear brother, Mr. James. Mr. James, you're un beginner, un bébé là tout. Mais nous pouvons imaginer que ça veut dire. Il y a possibilité de choisir quelque chose. Après 2, 3 mois, 6 mois, comment ça va pied? Il y a des gens qui posent une question en privé, est-ce que c'est comme ça nous fait classe? Non, ça va classe, ça c'est côté de la pratique. Là, nous fait classe c'est le niveau chaque étudiant, débutant, et elementary, intermediate et advanced. Chaque classe par exemple au repas. Pour les gens qui sont nouveaux, nous savons ces clubs côté nous fait pratique. Nous avons toute une possibilité pour participer. Il y a des gens qui sont beginner, il y a des gens qui sont intermediate, advanced. Nous attendons anglais ou différent. Puis il y a des gens qui disent, oh, après un tel pas parler bien. Non, nous ne pouvons pas faire ça avec tout le monde et nous ne pas corriger personne dans le club là. Nous corrigeons dans la classe, mais dans le club là, non. Et puis, pour les gens qui veulent apprendre anglais ou bien améliorer l'anglais, nous avons bien classe qui a commencé le 5 janvier. Nous avons bien classe pour étudiants qui débutants, qui intermediate et advanced. Nous encourageons, nous capables encourager tête nous tous si nous voulons améliorer l'anglais, non? Et nous avons gagné et nous avons bien classe, j'en ai dit qui a commencé, nous avons différentes horaires. Nous sommes capables de contacter nous pour plus d'informations après. Et nous avons un groupe WhatsApp tout, côté nous fait pratique chaque jour, t'as comme qui fou. Et ensuite, nous avons un club lecture, côté nous lisons 2 à 3 livres par mois. Mais 2026, là, il y a des gens qui lisent un livre chaque semaine. Ça veut dire 52 livres là. Si nous va comme ça, c'est une nouvelle qui nous fait join. Okay, now let's go, please. We're gonna go with Maisa Love. After Maisa Love, it's going to be Miss Yolanda, our dear sisters. Let's go, please, Maisa Love, please.
Hello, good evening, everybody, especially you, Teacher Michael. So, my name is Mahisa Love. I'm listening from Dominican Republic. So, it's really a pleasure to be here with us tonight. So, well, from my perspective, reading is really important because it helps us grow mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. So it improves our knowledge, vocabulary, so and imagination. So when you read, that boosts your brain power by improving your memory. So that help you as well to develop positive thinking. So another thing, reading reduce stress. you know. So the more we read, the more we learn. So the kind of book I enjoy to read, so I enjoy to read motivation book because they inspire me to become a better person and stay positive in life. So and I also like health and fitness book because they teach me how to take care of my body, eat well, and stay active or health and lifestyle. So thank you, Teacher Michael, for giving the mic.
Yes, congratulations, Miss Marcelo. You're kind of natural tonight. I really appreciate and I really congratulate you. You being a kind of growing as well. Thank you. Amelian, beautiful lady. Now it's going to be you, Miss Yolanda. After Miss Yolanda, it's going to be Mr. Kebby. After Kebby, Samuel, it's Mr. Samuel, and we're gonna finish with that question. Now, our beautiful Yolanda, you get the microphone. We're really paying attention, listening to you. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. Hi, my name is Coralie. I'm from Miami, Florida. I'm Yolanda little cousin. And I think reading is important because it helps you learn new words, speak better, and understanding things more clearly. When you read, your brain gets stronger and you become smarter over time. Reading also helps with school and writing. The kinds of books I also like to read are storybooks. I like books that tells interesting stories because they're fun and help me imagine new things. Some things I also like are books that teach life lessons. Thank you.
So thank you very much, little cousin. It was a nice pleasure having you tonight. Thank you. And congratulations. Great. And you, the big cousin, if you want to say things, you can just raise your hand again. Now we're gonna go with Mr. Cabby. After Cabby, it's going to be Mr. Simon. Mr. Cabby, you get the microphone, brother.
Hello, good evening, everybody. My name is Kirby. I'm from Haiti. It's have been almost 2 years since I moved to United States, Florida. And so actually I was on WhatsApp and I saw my little brother, he posted this and I had the ID and the password and I said, let's see, let me join and see what's going on, see what's my brother's like um working on it. So actually, Mr. Michael, I really, really appreciate what you're doing. It's just little, but it's mean a lot because I remember when I first started. So if I had something like that, so my English would be very fine right now. So many people they probably don't understand what you're doing. So what I hope is I hope you got more people and anybody who wants to, improve their English so they can come to your Zoom meeting and then they can improve their English. So I really, really appreciate that and I congratulate to by doing this. So actually, I wish that I heard my brother talking, but I don't know if he's here or not. So yeah, so actually one thing that I want to say about the the question number one that you have is um so I think reading books is it's kind of like everything. It's not just like help you with your brain or knowledge anything like that. It's more than that because when you're reading it's a way that's gonna help you with the first of all it's gonna help you with phonetics, so knowing how you pronounce the words because when you're reading something and then you reading like loudly so you can hear yourself, and as soon as you make a mistake you're gonna hear yourself and then you say is this how I'm supposed to pronounce this? So it's gonna help you with your understanding too. Because in English, many words or many phrases, it doesn't mean the same like as you think. So it's just by reading, it's gonna help you to understand in what context that you're talking about. So reading is it can help you with phonetics and it can help you, reminding so how words you can write like you can write words and books like for the books that you have to read, I mean you might be passionate about the books, but when it's come to read, you do not have to have a specific books that you reading. So you probably have an interest story in a book. So you have this book and then you say, yeah, that's the book so I'm trying to finish. But any books that you found that if it's in English, so just read it because you're gonna find something very, interested in some new vocabulary. So I think this is something that very important when you're learning English. There's no way you can speak English if you're non-native speaker without reading books. And you probably speak English, but your English probably it's just like you speak English, but when you're speaking, people might say, okay, yeah, you speak English, but you don't sound like a native speaker. Um, one of my that was back in like 3 years ago. So one of my challenge books was science fiction books. So many people they don't like science fiction books, but there is many strange vocabulary. So you can find when you're reading those books, and the most challenging books, which is it's a classic books. I mean, in the context when I say classic, is not that classic because it's something very important. So it's the Bible. Because one thing I hope that we can figure out is you probably speak English well, you have a good pronunciation, but when it's come to the Bible, you don't understand anything because the Bible, this is where you gonna find every single vocabulary, so you have to know because like when you go to church, if you never read the Bible, so the words that they use in the Bible, you're not gonna be able to understand. So I would encourage everybody here, even if you have a book aside that you're reading, like a storybooks, anything, but please take the time, read the Bible. So you're gonna learn from God. That's the first thing. And the secondly, you gonna improve your English. And this is where all your English gonna be sounds perfect. You're gonna be understand. And so I think I encourage everybody to read your Bible. And I'm not trying to take it too long. I'm just a stranger guest. And I did want to say thank you so much for what you're doing for everybody. And I wish, like I said, I hope everybody hear what I'm saying. So I wish, I wish that. I wish when I first started, so I had something like that. So where you got someone who's helping you improving your English. And one thing else I want to encourage everybody is just make your friends who interested about English be your practice friend. So keep it in English no matter what people, because when I first started, so people think that I was crazy, but I know I wasn't. It's just, keep it in English. It doesn't matter, like you say something, it doesn't like you didn't pronounce the word like very well, just keep it. And then this is when you're gonna have a good listening. This when you listen to other people, and this is when you're gonna have a good understanding. And then the writing. So this is when you're reading. You're gonna be remember, oh no, this is you said sing. How do I spell sing? But you saw it somewhere. You didn't like say, okay, sing is like Sing, J. So you not gonna even think about like when you write it because you saw it somewhere and then you see it and then it's stuck in your brain. So you're gonna say, when did I know this word? It's just because you were reading and then you were trying to understand and then it's remind you so how to spell a word. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate the opportunity that you gave me. And like I said, my brother's name is Wojina. I'm not sure if he's here because I don't know what's the name that he used. But thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing. We need that a lot. Probably not me, and because I know there's a lot that I can learn from each of y'all. but just keep it on, and I really appreciate it. So if there is any other time, so I can enjoy on my free times, so I think I'm coming. All right, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Great, thank you, and thank you a million, our dear brother from another mother, Mr. Cabby. You did a really good job. I really appreciate your comment because not only English, but I really appreciate your accent. I really appreciate your wisdom as well, and the way that you see things, and also your advice as well to read the Bible. I think it's a really good thing. Congratulations, my dear brother, and I think you can really get a really good impact on the other people around you. Because there are a lot of folks in the US, when they are in trouble, even in the street with police officer, they have to call somebody to translate for them. And it's a kind of sad as well to go to hospital and you cannot really understand. You should get somebody with you. It's a kind of crazy, but I think the way you sound, brother, I really appreciate that. Even though that doesn't mean if you're in the US, you speak English. You should do your best. You gotta force yourself as well, like to do things. Thank you, my dear brother. So now, don't forget, the club is going to be tomorrow. We're gonna get the club tomorrow. The same link, people. Don't wait for me to send you the link. And also at the beginning of 2026, it's going to be January 2nd. We're gonna get the other club as well. It's going to be about goals setting. You're gonna love it, my people. Now let's go really quick. It's going to be Mr. Samuel. After Samuel, Alisa. After Alisa, Miss Yolanda, we're gonna be the last person in that question. Let's go really quick. Would you please, Mr. Samuel? Sevwan, you get the mic. Say something, my brother. Mr. Samuel Sevwan, you get the microphone. Just open the microphone. Yeah, parce que vous utilisez Zoom première fois, il y a un petit micro qui était comme micro WhatsApp, tapez doit être un petit bas sorti pour qu'à fonctionner. No, we don't hear you. We don't hear you. Miss Alisa, okay, I'm
Hello,
sorry.
hello,
Yes,
hello.
sir. Yes.
I greet everybody in the club. So it's the first time I just participate in that club. It's so important when someone read that can make you when you take conversation with the people that can help you having words easily. It's the reason why it's so important. But now I am so interesting because it's the first time I just take read in that in a club. So I wish you a good that make me a good opportunity to participate in that club. So Teacher Michael, I really appreciate that. So and I want to be there each time the club function. But and you know the question is the importance of reading. That's right.
Yes, sir.
I think reading is so important. And when someone read, that can increase your vocabulary, that help you have some words in your tip of your tongue when you take word in front of people. But it's so important, very, very important when you take time to read. It's important when you read so many kind of books. But me, I always read some Bible books and so on. But I think Teacher Michael, I thank you. I thank to you because you gave me the opportunity to participate in that club. Goodbye.
Great. Thank you, my dear brother. And I really congratulate you. So now let's go really quick. Would you please, Miss Alisa, because I would like to hear you saying something. Try to open the mic, say things before we go. Miss Alisa, before we keep on, I'm sorry. Hello. Hello, Miss Alisa. Miss Yolanda, we don't see you because you were the last person who are here, but I don't see you. I don't know if you're here. If yes, you still get the mic. Uh-huh. If yes, you still get the mic, Miss Yolanda. Uh-huh. If yes, you still
Oh,
get the
okay.
mic. Let me see.
Yes, I am.
Yes, Miss Yolanda, you get the microphone. Let's go
Oh,
with you, please.
hi, everyone. My name is Yolanda. I'm the big cousin, and I just wanted to say something about this question. Reading for me is important. I think it's because it really shapes how we think, how we make decisions, and also how we understand the world around us. It really strengthens critical thinking, expands vocabulary, and exposes us to perspective and also experiences beyond our own. Um, it also builds discipline, focus, and emotional intelligence, which are very essential in this world right now for personal growth, for education, and long-term success. As for now, I don't read as much as I used to. Maybe it's because of lack of time, but I'm gonna put myself into it again. But I used to enjoy reading books focused on personal development, on psychology, and especially finance. I love financial books because they really stand out because they teach practical knowledge about how money works, how to make it, how to manage it, and how to use it wisely to create stability and independence. And so far, I know that's not in the question, but so far, the best book I've read is The Business of the 21st Century because it completely changed the way I view money, the way I view work, the way I view opportunity. And because that book explains how traditional education doesn't always teach financial independence. And also, the book emphasized the importance of mindsets, of entrepreneurship, and building systems instead of just trading time for money. Um, Reading that book motivated me to take control of my financial future, sorry, and continue learning about business and wealth building. So if I must like keep on reading book, that would be book aligning to that book, The Business of the 21st Century. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the big cousin. I really appreciate and I really thank you as well for sharing. And I think Miss Neftali takes note as well to read that book really quick. It's a really good one. I really appreciate. Thank you very and very much. Now, Mr. Adele, you're gonna be the last person who are here. Even though I said Miss Yolanda, but you're gonna be the last person. You get the microphone. My little boy there. Let's go really quick. Mr. Adele, you get the mic.
Um, it's a great opportunity for me to be with you tonight. My name is Whitney. I'm from Haiti and I live in Dominican Republic. Let me say a few things about this subject. I like it. Not every day, but when I am happy, I willing. But I know it's an opportunity to enrich your knowledge. Um, and when you read, you gain more vocabulary and you know more verbs and words. It is on distress, I can say that. So I advise everyone to read a lot, read several books. So I hope so that all I can say for now on the subject. Let me send especially greeting to teacher Michael. Goodbye.
Great. Thank you and congratulations, my brother. Thank you. And about you, Miss Alisa, open the microphone. Try to say something now.
Do you hear me, teacher?
Really well now. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Good evening. I am Alisa, and I'm connecting from Dominican Republic, and I'm extremely happy to be here tonight. For me, reading broadens knowledge, improves vocabulary, stimulates concentration and imagination. It also helps to better understand many things. And I have ideas on many subjects and about myself. I like adventure, history, science fiction, and psychology books. Thank you, Jamaica.
Thank you and congratulations. Our little sister. Thank you. And thank you very much. Okay, so guys, don't forget that topic that we are discussing. It's about books and reading. We already covered question number 1. It was a really nice one, a really good question. So now we're gonna go over the question number 2, number 3, and number 4. And tomorrow we are going to cover the question number 5, 6, 7, and 8. I invite all of you to keep preparing well, especially for the clip that we're gonna have tomorrow. We're gonna have more people. That's the reason we're gonna count the comments that we're gonna have and try to be a little specific people. Even though I know you really enjoy the moment to practice and to say things in English, but if you prepare well, that will give you opportunity to really help the other folks to get opportunity to say things when you try to speak like some 2-3 minutes, not more. That will really help as well. So now we're gonna go to the question number 2. The question number 2 related to books and reading. The question number 2 says, how many languages can you read in and how well can you understand each? Nan combien langue que vous capable li et nan ki niveau que vous ka comprendre yo chaque? And the question number 3 says, do you prefer paper books or electronic one? Donc, est-ce que vous préférez les livres sous format électronique ou bien sous papier? And why? Pour qui ça? And the question number 4, what do you think is the ideal environment for reading and about the best time? So, ki pi bon kote avec ki pi bon lè pou yon moun li? And the question number 5 for tomorrow, how do you feel when you finish reading a good book? Comment senti ou la ou fin li yon bon livre? And what strategies do you use to stay motivated and on track in the reading process? Et ki stratégie que vous utilisez pour capable rester motivé et puis focus dans processus lecture? And the question number 6, have you ever lent your books to other people? How often do you get them back? And how about borrow books from other people? Do you always return them? Donc, est-ce que ça arrive ou qu'on prête l'autre mon livre? À qui reprise yo qu'on remet tout? Et ou même, est-ce que qu'on prête livre dans l'autre monde? Est-ce que qu'on remet yo? Question ça li a mauvais pour demain. And the question 7 says, what is one of the best book you've ever read? Qui pi bon livre ou te jam li? Question ça c'est pour demain, guys. And the other part of the question, why do you like it? Pour qui ça ou remel? Would you recommend it to your friend or to another person? Why? Est-ce que tu as recommandé avec your l'autre monde? Pour qui ça? And the last question, guys, all of you, nous avons la possibilité pour dire combien de livres, comment on li. The question number 8 says, what is your reading goal for 2026? And how do you plan to achieve it? Donc, qui objectif lecture que vous avez pour 2026 là, et comment planifier pour capable atteindre objectif ça. Okay, guys, so now we're gonna go with the question number 2. So, pas oublier, guys, mais encourager nous capable encourager zami nous avec famille nous pour apprendre anglais avec nous. Nous avons une nouvelle session qui a commencé lundi, qui a 5 janvier. Nous avons une classe pour étudier qui débutant, qui elementary, intermediate and advanced. Et classe fait sous Zoom, est différent. Mais c'est sous Zoom yo fait et nous fait classe selon niveau chaque étudiant. Chaque classe dirait 2 heures de temps et classe fait 2 fois par semaine. Et plus nous avons un groupe WhatsApp côté nous fait pratique chaque jour tant que monde qui fou qui est des étudiants non seulement li apprendre mais le pratiquer ça l'apprendre tout de suite. Et ensuite nous avons un club lecture côté nous li 2 à 3 livres par mois qui est de connaissance sur un paquet de sujets par exemple business, marketing and financial independence etc. Now, let's go with the question number 2, and we're gonna start with you, please, Miss Neftali. The question number 2: how many languages can you read in, and how well can you understand each? Let's go, please, Miss Neftali.
Thank you for giving me the mic, teacher Michael, one more time. And just a quick introduction again to myself. I'm Neftali. I am from Haiti, but I am living in the Dominican Republic. I am one of Common Language Courses student. So while I was listening the answer of the other guys in the first question, I was like, why it seemed like they're talking about reading, but not reading itself, but also reading in English? Because me myself, I don't read only in English, and I think the those good importance that we were talking about, guys, it is not only in English, it is in whatever languages that you're reading. If you read, that's a really good thing, because just a quick story. I've made a man is sick because reading, one of the importance of reading is also it prevents you from some mental health issue like loss of memory, Alzheimer, and a lot of other things. So if you have the habit to read, that's gonna be very helpful for you because reading is powerful. And that man that I've made is a sick person, unfortunately, but he likes to read. He read almost every time that I am seeing him. I can say so. Does and that man doesn't know English and he read in other languages, but the reading is very good for him. Even he's getting old, he's getting sick every single day. There is no improvement for him, but he's still enjoying the reading process and also benefited from it. So me myself, I don't read only in English because English is not even not my first, not my second, not my third language spoken, because my mother tongue is Asian Creole, and I can say I understand, and whatever that I read in Asian Creole, I just understand it because it's just natural. And the second language that I used to read is French because I went to school in a French speaking system. And for an Asian people, speaking French is not something like unfamiliar because we go to school, we are going to learn in French, and French is our second languages. But for now, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I can understand someone who's speaking French to me, but I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try speaking English because I'm living in a Spanish speaking environment, and I have a lot of time without being using French in my daily activities. So I can say yes, if I try to speak French without any preparation, I'm going to make a bunch of mistakes. So I'm not going to try it, but I can read very well in French and understand someone who is speaking it. But I'm not going to try for now because I have a lot of things, adult life. And the third language is Spanish because I'm living right now in the Spanish speaking country, and people around me, all of my friends, I can say almost all of my friends, they speak Spanish. And my spiritual activities as Christian and my religion, we read a lot, we study a lot, and we do those kind of things in Spanish. I read Spanish very well and I can understand, but Spanish is a very surprise language. You won't know all of the words that language have. And also, even if you know a word to express something, you're going to find someone in another Spanish speaking country that's going to have another one. For example, what is the hard part on the rice and the bottom of the recipient. So that's a really, really wide conversation because I can say almost every Spanish speaking country, they have a name for it. So it's just one word, for example. And the last one I can say is English. Yes, I have a lot of months for now, like 8 months reading in English. I'm enjoying my reading process. I'm starting to understand very well English, and I had a lot of training in English with people from different background, different accent that has been very helpful for me. I can say now I'm starting to understand my reading process. In reading in English now, it's not that loud anymore. And the last one, because when I said at the beginning that, sorry, I'm big, I'm starting to pain a little bit long. So when I said reading is not only in English, it is because my goal is not to become like accurate in only one language is like English. I have more goals. I have more languages that I have to learn. One of them I'm starting to learn when it is sign language, and we are not going to do anything to be accurate in sign language, because if we are going to do that, be careful, because the deaf is going to feel discriminated to your behavior. So be careful. And I'm starting to understand the deaf, because they don't really have like an official language. You have to understand them from the bottom of your heart sometimes, but sometimes you have to know the word. And I'm starting to learn a lot of new word. But when it comes from to spelling something, yes, I get lost. Even if they are spelling my name, like, oh, your name is Nave Ali, the T, the A, the L, the I, the E. I'm going to get lost because they're going to do it very fast, and I can spell my name, but I have to do it at my rate, not as fast as they are going to do it. So thank you so very much, Teacher Michael. That's all I would like to add on that question.
Yes, congratulations, young lady, our beautiful Miss Neftali. I really appreciate it. Do you understand? Because you really did it. Thank you. Thank you very much. And we learn from you as well. Not only English, but it's languages in itself. Thank you. And now we're gonna go with you, please, the other giant, you Miss Steffi. Get the mic, try to say things, please, about the question number 2, please.
Thank you again, Teacher Michael, for giving me the mic and to share my thoughts about the second question. And I really like it. Sure. Just to second language, how many languages can I read in? As Miss Neftali, I never learned sign language. I have the opportunity. If it was now, I will, get in. Because in my congregation, we used to have language sign congregation by, but at the time it wasn't the priority. You didn't. But if I had known, I will. But for now, I don't see nervous, but it can be maybe in the future because we have goals, we have purpose in life. But my first language is Haitian Creole, as Miss Neftali, and Haiti, even though you go to school in French, and at home most of the time you speak like Creole with your mother, family member, and and even in our congregation as Jehovah Witnesses, we used to get everything in French, but I remember since 2006, maybe, or 2007, thing came coming in Creole that helped us a lot. Even though as Asian Creole, in Asian Creole, we don't have a lot of to read, even though at school. Before that, when I was at school and uh, grade, like they call in Haiti, that troisième, when I get here and when they say they're gonna teach us literature Haitian, and when I see everything was in French, I get frustrated and leave the class. The director have to tuck me in to put me in the class again because he said if you're gonna teach literature Haitian, why you should be in French? I was really frustrated. Even now I don't know how I get frustrated like that because I was only 14 years old. I remember, yes, and I get really, really, really heat up, and I leave the class. The teacher talked to me. The director say, "No, I'm gonna get in. No, I'm not gonna get in because I don't understand." But at the end of the day, this is the system. We cannot, fight with it. You just accept it. You cannot change it. One person cannot change it. And this is why we can understand most of the time Creole until now. We still, speak Creole with family member, friend. And when you try to laugh sometime, you don't have to give the joke in English, maybe in French, Spanish, whatever languages, which you feel at ease when you speak Asian Creole because, the joke will be more, get into the people most of the time when we speak your mother tongue. Sometimes people say when you get, like, when you get like you're not happy, you always speak your mother tongue because you feel like doing it. And as I go to school in Haiti, I can say I can speak French, I can understand. I will not say 100% because you have to trade yourself. You have to be updated because what we learn. I think I finished school in 2012, but there's a lot of word we used to use it in this during this period of time. But why now they don't do it? Maybe they become more sophisticated. Maybe more easier. This is why you have to always be updated in languages because languages will not stay the same over the time. There is word will change. And like Mr. Neftali, when I used to live in the US, as I used to, in one of my work, I used to, there is a lot of like tourists. One time I tried to, speak in French. I make a lot of mistake because it's been a long time. Because French, you have to be like Zizi, like they call it in Haiti. And right now I was learning English. You speak like that. You will be flawlessly like that. But French, I be, comment vas-tu? Ça va bien? Qu'est-ce que tu veux? But why you speaking English? How are you? I don't know. You okay? The thing is a little bit different, a little bit, you know, it's not the same. I can understand most of the time. I can understand 100% if somebody talking with our AI right now, technology. We have Google. If somebody tell a word I don't understand, I have my phone. I can just Google it and I will understand. But we can because most of the time we learn in French. We know we have to get the exam. I have to pass over how many subjects to get my my diploma. But if I can do that in French, that's mean I do understand. I can understand well. I do understand well. And the third languages I can think right now is why I'm talking right now. I speak English. I do understand. I I experience a lot. Maybe before I went to the US, I can dub myself. I say, do I really understand English? Do I speak English well? But when I go there and you speak with different people from different part of the world, from Jamaica, from Africa, American speaker, you say, okay, now I can see I have a level, but I have still to upgrade myself because there is a lot of vocabulary and there's different areas. You will never know enough. Even in your mother tongue, sometimes you have to still learning because the area you fix yourself in, you're gonna know more than the other area. Like if I'm focused on business, I'm gonna learn a lot in this area and this. But if somebody else is in medical, they're gonna know a lot. Administration is depending where you are. What I used to use in the US, I know a lot of things about taxes. I know a lot of word, a lot of vocabulary because it was my area. I do know it because I learned it. It was a skill. I can even right now. I'm not working in this area. I still know them. If somebody's just talking, I'm gonna think to say because while you are working, you are learning at the same time. In Spanish, I can say I speak a little bit, not a lot, but I do understand 50 to 60%. I'm not lying. If somebody gonna talk, say, "Yo, you're not understand or you're not speaking in Spanish," I'm gonna laughing at you. If you try, you're gonna say something about me. I don't understand. I will be laughing at you because I will understand. I understand Spanish better than I talk. But I think for 2026, if my goals I achieve it at the beginning of the year. I think this is one of my goals I'm gonna fit to achieve before the 26th ended to try to to get a hold of Spanish. But as I was talking to an interpreter, he gave me this advice. He say, if you speak Spanish, maybe you're gonna get your hold in a job really quick because there's a lot of Spanish speaker. As Spanish speaker is not only Dominican Republic where I am right now, it's like Ecuadorian people, Venezuelan people, Mexican, all these people. They need help, and sometimes they somewhere in the world they don't speak language where they are right now, but they do speak Spanish. If you have Spanish as a tool, for me, languages is a tool. You can use it to helping people. You can use it to get money also. That's I think, and I do know some word in Portuguese because while I was in the US, there is a lot of Brazilian people who always come to my store, and I say, why not learn how to say hi, how are you, and nice to hear from you, nice to see you, goodbye. I do learn a lot of words just to communicate to some of these people. I think that's all. Thank you so very much. Thank you for. I was being so long because I see there is a lot of not a lot of hands up. This is why. Okay, thank you so very much, Teacher Michael.
Great. Thank you a million, our beautiful sister, my dear one. My beautiful one. You've been doing really great job. I really appreciate that. And I think you really motivate the other ladies as well, especially the beginners, to know how to do things. So thank you a million. So now we're gonna go with a different brother, you, Mr. Ginaldo from DR. I know you got thing to say. Let's go really quick, and after that, it's going to be Mr. Erle. Mr. Erle, we're gonna be the last person in that question, and after we're gonna go to the other question 3 and 4. Mr. Ginaldo, please.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Once again, I greet you guys. And yeah, I've been listening very attentively to you guys. And yeah, you guys are doing very well. And I think we have something in common. Those two previous person. Yeah, because I think, not I think, but my first language is Creole. So I can understand anything that speaking in Creole. So this is my mother tongue. So it's probably something that I was born and raised in that beautiful language, and I'm very proud. Wherever I go to present and state myself as Haitian, you know, and I speak also Spanish too, is because I've been living in Dominican Republic for years, so we have to communicate. We have to work and do stuff. So these were forcing me to get into that language. Honestly, I didn't really love that language, even though that I'm a language lover. But I didn't really like it. But it might be because of my ignorance. When you're young, you're kind of very dumb. So I think it was because of that. Because when I get here, the way that Dominican are, this make me this made me like focus more on the way they treat us instead of take advantage of what I have in front of me. So um I can say right now I'm doing well because I can speak very clearly and very understandable when it comes to speaking. But I never try to read a book in Spanish. I don't really know how to rate my reading Spanish, but I think in my mind I can do it. I think I can do it since I never try, so I think I can do it. And other language I can speak is that beautiful language that I'm trying to speak right now, which is English. A language that I have love for, but I used to be lazy sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, this kind of prevent me from what I really want in that language as I go. But yeah, and I know one day I would probably get what I really want. If there is one thing I want right now, it's to get myself rid of that place that I am right now, and find my peace, find a place where I can have more time to speak, not only speak but to learn very actively, because now I'm kind of learn in a passive way. So yeah, and other language I can speak is French. I can speak French. I can really understand French. When it comes to speak, I think Haitian, we are kind of wild when it comes to speak languages. Because if you're speaking a language in front of a Haitian, the first thing they want you to have is the accent of the native of that language. And you will see the African, they speak the language with their accent. Other nation, they speak the language with their accent. But when it comes to Haitian wants you to be perfect when it comes to language. So I think if I'm Haitian, it's not a problem that somebody can identify me as a Haitian throughout speaking a language. It's not a problem. So if I'm doing well, if that person could understand what I'm trying to explain, if they can like really understand the message that I'm trying to convey, I think it's all. And I think this is one of the things that I used to say. I can speak French, not for Haitian. I said that because Haitian, they are kind of like they I think like perfectionist. So they want you to not make mistake, you know. They want you to be perfect when it comes to language. But since I'm speaking to us, a foreign people or a native French speaker, I think I'm gonna do my best, and I'm doing great so far, because I used to receive like like French guest in my hotel. By the way, I'm working in a villa, so I used to receive different kind of people from different part of the world. So this make me feel like it is very beautiful when you speak different languages. You can like laugh in joke stuff like that in different languages, and it's very beautiful. You can discover different kind of things. And I think language is not only like you speaking a foreign language, it's opportunities, you know. For people who live in Dominican Republic right now, so you can see so much opportunities that have here in Dominican Republic, even though that it's kind of very difficult for us as Haitian, just because of some document situation. But yeah, you can see the difference when you can speak different languages. So I'm not gonna go so long. It was very good to share my thought, and I'm very happy to be among you guys. Thank you.
Mhm. Great. So thank you a million, our dear boy there from another mother, you, Mr. Ginaldo. Mwen konen pou moun ki beginner yo, nou ka senti nou di moun, senti nou mek dem, pou ki sa nan pwede pale anglais kon sa. Mwen ka tout moun ki pale la yo se haisyen yo ye. Aha. Donc, nou ka pran pasens ak tet nou guys. I'm really sorry si m pale kriol, men m konen gen moun ki la ki di non, men pou ki sa si anglais selman. Donc, se rezon sa ki fe nou la. Club la li ap jodi an, li ap demen. Demen ap méchant, parce que nou wèl pale de pi bon li voute jam li. C'est une question qui est très profonde et n'a parlé dans l'autre question qui c'est objectif lectique pour 2026 là. So now let's go please Miss Charles. We're gonna go with you. Unfortunately, Miss Yolanda, she has gone because you had a question for him. For her, I'm sorry. I did answer your question. I would like her to answer you, but unfortunately she's gone. She's not here now. Maybe tomorrow. But Miss Charles, you get the microphone. Try to say something about you and later on say something about the question, please.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so pumped to be here tonight, listening to those amazing voices, learning from each and every one of you guys. So that is a very awesome. For those of you who don't really know me, my name is, you can call me Shab. So the thing is, before you show the question on your screen, but for now I don't see it.
Okay, I'm gonna show it now.
Yeah. Okay. I can say I can read in three, probably four languages, but I'm good at reading in my native language, which is Asian Creole. I can read too in French, a little English, and a little bit Spanish because I don't really speak Spanish. So let's say for the Asian Creole, I can understand at 100%. The French too, even if sometimes there is no words that I just drop on. So, but I can understand the meaning or the message that they try to channel about the reading and For English, let's say 50, 100%, and Spanish 30 or 20%. Yeah. So that is all I have to say now for now.
Interesting. Interesting. We're so happy to get you all here today and really congratulate you as well. You're a really beautiful lady. And I know for some reason you're in a different country as well. So thank you and congratulations, Miss Charles.
Thank you so much.
Now we're gonna go with you, please, my dear brother, Mr. Early. We're gonna be the last person in that question, and after that, we're gonna go with the other two questions, please.
All right, thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. Good evening again, guys. I am Ellen, as you already heard that. And I'm sorry, it's always a nice pleasure for me to share my thoughts and beautiful topic like this, you know. And I was like paying attention to your comments, guys, and I could notice that Asian we are we are very strong because we can understand many languages, and then language is a way to communicate and then to connect with other nations. So wherever we are in the world, we can survive. I really congratulate you guys. And I will take advantage to say boa tarde to Miss Steffi because you understand a little bit Portuguese. All right. So, by my side, I can say I can read and understand it in five languages. But I mean, I understand in four languages, but I can read in five languages, which is Creole, French, Spanish, English, and Portuguese. All right, and I wish in during this coming year, which is 2026, I wish to speak Portuguese like Vinicius. All right. Okay. And then there's something that I wanted to share with you because I heard most of you talk about Creole is yeah, of course, it's our mother language. When we are reading in Creole, we feel the feeling that Creole have. We don't really have the same feeling in the other languages, but in fact, when you're reading in Spanish, because I read more in English and in Spanish, and that's why I'm talking about, a bit about Spanish. Spanish, when you're reading something in Spanish, that had more sense for me. And let not say you, let's say me. When I'm reading something in Spanish, that had more sense for me because Spanish is a language that can help you to express yourself better if you were speaking in Creole. Because in reality, guys, when I'm speaking with my mom, I don't speak Creole because there's a lot of word or expression that I use in Creole that can insult my mom, but in Spanish not. For that reason, to um to have to have good conversation with your parents, especially the parents Asian. If you speak Spanish, it's better to speak with them in Spanish because you won't insult them if you speak Spanish with them. For example, I remember last Sunday I was talking with my mom about my little brother, and then she t- she she said something about him, and I say, he told you that? And she get insulted. Say, why you are like missing me with respect? And then I'll say, what? And she say, and then my big brother say, it's not the word that you say, it's the tone. And then I say it in Spanish, and she say, now you are talking. I say, you are guys, you are very, I won't say crazy, but you sometimes I don't understand you. All right. So that's why for me to have a good conversation with someone is better to speak in in Spanish. And I used to read in Portuguese is because is the priority for the moment because I'm learning Portuguese, and with God I can have a little conversations in Portuguese. I cannot I won't say big conversation because There's a lot of things that I cannot understand. But I understand Portuguese more because um it's almost look like Spanish. Sometimes when you speak in Portuguese, you almost sound like Spanish. For that reason. And then and I'm always of English too. And then I read in English a lot because uh uh I plan to read 40 books during. All right, let that comment for tomorrow. Okay, okay.
Okay.
I won't tell you now how many books I'm gonna read, even though you already have an idea about it. Okay. All right, I think that's all. And then also guys, the more you can learn language, learn it because you never know where you will where life will lead you one day. And then for people who have child, I don't have child, but this is an advice that was not related to our topic because I see that a lot in TikTok people who have child and they don't want them child to learn Creole. Creole is our mother's language. Even though you can speak even all of the languages in the world, but one day you never know. Immigration in the neighboring country will pick you back to your country, or maybe something might happen in the country where you are, and you're gonna go back anyway to your country. So and then where you arrive in your country, which language you're gonna talk with your parents, with your grandparents, with yeah, for sure. Even though me and my family, if you don't speak French, you go in Haiti, you cannot speak with my family in Haiti because they are like all of them. You better speak French to speak with them. I don't understand. So that's why that was the obligation for me to learn French because in the beginning I wasn't speak French because I grew up in Haiti, I mean in Dominican Republic. I wasn't speak French, and then that was an obligation for me to learn French because to speak with my grandfather, grandmother, my aunt, cousins, I have to speak French. That's why I learned French, even though I'm not really perfect in French. I'm not speaking 100%. That's Mr. Stalin Stacey said. Uh-huh. And then, as you know, I'm Christian. For people who didn't know that, I'm Jehovah's Witness. And then speaking language, more than one language is like being a polyglot is a pleasure because that and by that way I can help other nations to know Jehovah's word. All right. So thanks. Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Great. Thank you, my little brother, Mr. Erling. I really think and I really congratulate you as well for your words, for your message conveying right here. So it's going to be Miss Stacey. It's him you wanted to say something or to add. The mic.
I don't know. I just to make a joke. Normally, when I used to live in the US, whenever you say you are Asian, they say, "Oh, okay." I think those people speak four languages. Is that? It's like they pick everybody speaks French. You see, you speak English and maybe Spanish too, and you speak French and Creole. Is not? If they know you are from Brazil, they say, yeah, they still only speak four languages because they speak Portuguese also. They think we learn really fast. And this is why I really like the comment of Mr. Ginaldo. If we put our mind, we can do it. This is how Asian is. And when we learn, sometimes this is why they just say, sometimes when you speak, you say, oh, you have accents from other country because we try to imitate people. Like we always say, oh, we want to speak like a native speaker. We are all people who speak English want to speak like a native speaker. But when you really live in the other country, they said, Asian, oh no, they learn really fast. They can speak more than four languages. It's like everybody, even though the person doesn't speak English or maybe doesn't speak Spanish, they always think we learn fast. That means we can speak all the languages we want. And I think that's true. And one of the book I have read, they say whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. You just have to, have the goals, work hard, and you can get it. Just that I want to add. Just a joke.
Great. Thank you, our dear lady. Congratulations and thank you. And We would like to go to the question number 3, but meanwhile, I think I'm gonna give you the mic, Mr. Emmanuel, to say something maybe if you want about the question number 2. But the question number 3, I think it's going to be the last question for today because of the time, guys. Because of the time, because it will be a kind of really difficult because but tomorrow, guys, when you connect, try to connect like some 10 minutes before the time just to get opportunity to say things. Now, let's go, please, my dear brother, Mr. Emmanuel. Try to say something about the question number 2. And after that, you, the other folks, try to be ready to the question number 3. Let's go, please, Mr. Emmanuel. I said, Mr. Emmanuel, it's maybe connection problem because we don't hear you if you are talking. Yeah, maybe it's connection. Okay, now let's go, please, my people. We're gonna keep on with the question number 3. We're gonna start with Miss Neftali. We're gonna start with Miss Neftali. That question says, because we are in 2025, we're gonna be in the 2026, and most of us we are kind of like spreading in different part of the world. So having books sometimes it's a kind of not easy, but some of you guys you're kind of blessed because you get opportunity to get books and paper. We get opportunity to read electronic books and also physical books as well. That question says, do you prefer paper books or electronic one? What do you have to say, Ms. Neftali, please?
Thank you one more time, Teacher Marco, for giving me the mic. And honestly, I prefer reading in electronic devices. For example, if I'm reading a 500 pages book, I'm not going to transport that way everywhere where I'm going. I mean, no. If I have it in my phone as a PDF file, I can go wherever I want with my book and I have opportunity to read. But honestly, we are in 2025, we are going to 2026. Um like things are becoming easier every single time. But honestly, even though I prefer to read in electronic devices, but read in paper was better for me because I remember when I was a child, I used to read a lot, and sometimes I was willing to do whatever it's possible to lend a book from a friend or from a library or a teacher, things like that. But now I don't have to struggle like that to read a book that I want to read. I can just download or buy that book. But unfortunately, when I used to read in paper, I used to read more, unfortunately. And I remember before the age of 15, I have read more than 100 books. And a lot of big books that I have read until now, I still remember the beginning. Sometimes the whole segment of the beginning of that book. For example, I remember I have read Gouverneur de la Rosée de Jacques Roumain. It is a French book. And the beginning start like, we are going to die all. The French part is nous mourrons tous. Nous mourrons tous, nos arbres. It is like something that I have read yesterday, but it's more than 10 years. It's more than 15 years, I can say, since the last time that I opened that book. But I opened it in paper, not in electronic devices. And sometimes something that I'm struggling with is after reading a big book, for example, if it is a business book, I have to put action, but unfortunately, I don't really remember the exact word. For example, if I'm going to explain that book to someone, I have to use my own word because I don't really remember the exact word. But within paper, you have more motivation and also you are more focused. And something that can happen as well when you're using an electronic devices to read, it is a message from a friend, family member. Sometimes I do put my phone in do not disturb mode, but sometimes I can't because I have family member who is living far away from me, like my mom. I cannot do that because if something bad is happening, I'm not available for that moment. In the future, I might have that a lot, and like I can carry something that I was not available at the time that someone needed me, that can be bad. So for that reason, I'm trying to avoid putting my phone into that disturb mode. So for that reason, when I'm reading electronic devices like a tablet, my laptop, my cell phone, a message pop up in my screen, so that just make me lose the motivation, and I have that sensation of the wanting to go and read what that message was about, what is going on, who is trying to reach me out. But if it was on paper, I would have need to go to do something else while I'm reading. So that's why, to summarize what I just said, I prefer to read in electronic devices because it's much easier. And in 2025, everything is kind of become easier, and we have to accept that the technology, it is helping us, and we have to adapt ourselves with the technology. But unfortunately, when I used to read in paper, even though I used to go everywhere I'm going with a book, even if it is a 500 pages book, but I used to read more because nobody is going to reach me out in that book. I'm going to only see word, letters, stuff like that. So that's my point. Thank you so very much, Teacher Michael, for giving me the mic one more time.
Great. Congratulations, my beautiful sister, my little one, Miss Neftali. Et puis pour moun qui débutant, qui pour qu'on appelle bagay yo, Miss Neftali était commencé avec nous apprendre anglais dans l'année ça, qui c'était mars. Pendant 6 mois, il fait causer, et puis les vont golo. Bah, dis nous qui golo. Les vont golo. Donc, bon, c'est anglais béni, Miss Neftali. Pas seulement Miss Neftali, parce que me dit, je vais regarder comment je peux imiter Miss Neftali. Pas pour anglais, mais pour l'autre bagaille. Parce que c'est des qualités qu'elle gagne. Et, parce que si le cabanon, c'est qu'à l'ADN, moi, je dis ça. Miss Neftali, il imite l'autre monde imite l'autre monde. Mais parce que si nous avons imité Miss Neftali, nous avons fait un bel progrès dans 3 à 6 mois. Nous avons fait le tout. Nous avons fait le tout, guys. Et puis, nouvelle session, c'est lundi les 5. Nous avons encouragé les amis, nous, famille, nous, amis, nous, voisins, nous, aide nous tout. Pas de problème, non. Nous sommes capables d'aider à améliorer l'anglais. Là, ce n'est pas la classe là qui a fait là, guys. Là, c'est côté n'a pratiqué l'anglais. Et me demandez pardon pour créole là. Now, let's go with you, please, with our dear one, Miss Steffi. Try to say things about the question number. But give me a second. Let me go with Miss Jenica. After Jenica, it's going to be you, Miss Steffi. Miss Jenica, let's go with you, please. If you are ready, open the mic and try to say things, Miss Jenica, about the question number 3.
The question says, do you prefer paper books or electronic reading device? For me, I prefer paper books because when you read in paper books is a good thing, but when you're on phone, it's easy to fall and sleep in your eyes. That's why I prefer paper books. Thank you, Teacher Michael, for the mic. I don't have too much.
Congratulations, it's good. You are so short and clear at the same time. I think it's amazing. Thank you. And about you, Miss Steffi, you get things to say. Let's go with you.
Thank you for giving the mic again. And I think this question, it's about preferences. But like we know, in the 21st century right now, things is a little bit updated. What we used to do like 10, maybe 15 years before ago, we don't do it. And normally, 10 to 15 years ago, I will say I really like to read in paper book because I have an habit, like I really like to write down something I learn while I'm reading. While I'm reading, I put my understanding and let it out, pardon me, and I used to highlight it. But when I'm reading in the electronic book, sometimes I thought it was difficult for me to do that. But in our organization, what how they do that, you can just do it. I wish the book we are reading, we can do that. But fortunately, one of my devices I used to read, it let me highlight it what I want. And this is why, even though I have a tablet, I don't use it. I use the phone. Even it's a little bit difficult, but I use the phone to because I have the opportunity to highlight it. When you save the book, what you highlighted stay. It didn't go nowhere. If I want to like to after I finish the book, I say, okay, I need this ID. I can get back to this chapter. I gonna find it. I don't have problem to read an electronic devices because I think it's easier for me. If I go to other appointment, I am with my phone. I have the book while I'm waiting. I'm not wasting time. I remember like last time I have an appointment at 12 p.m. Unfortunately, the doctor got delayed for 1 and 30 minutes. I read 3 chapters, and the book we were reading was it's not the book. It's not the goals. Maybe the books before. But if it was for the book, I have to get it for my. I have a little bag. I couldn't carry it with me, but because I have my phone, I take advantages. I will like both of them, and this is why because I have to have a little library in my house. This is why I but some book I really like, and I talk to you about that, Teacher Michael, because I want to show my child. You see this book? This book is really important, but you have to get it here physically to teach them, or if they want to read both of them. I like both of them, but for now, I prefer electronic books. Even though when I'm reading, this is what I like about my phone. If I'm not going to WhatsApp, no messages will show up when I'm reading. I don't have to put my phone in do not disturb. The phone I have, if I not go to WhatsApp, nothing gonna pop up. If somebody call me, sometime, if it's a call, direct call, you're gonna call. If it's WhatsApp call, you just block it because I'm another pages. It don't allow another windows to cancel what I'm doing right now. And I don't let nobody disturb me. I don't know if somebody, my mother, my family is far away from me. If something happen, this is the same thing when I'm in a meeting. If something happen, I'm gonna know after. Because I have 2 hours and I concentrate myself. This is the same thing as reading. And this is why they say, and the podcast we listen to, it's better to invest in yourself, like to read whenever everyone else is sleeping. That's means early in the morning. Everybody's noising, everybody's noisy, everybody's sleeping. There is a quiet place. Sometimes it's better in the evening when everybody is asleep. It's because this environment will be good for you. We're gonna invest in yourself. That means if I can choose my time, the way I can read to not being disturbed, I don't leave no phone, nobody else disturb me. If somebody die, I gonna know after. If somebody at the hospital, I gonna know after. This is the way I am. I won't go nowhere because only if I have to go somewhere, it's like I was reading and time is up to prepare my daughter to school. I cannot. This is one of my plans for the day. I cannot skip it. But if I can skip it, I just skip it. This is why I am in the kitchen. I use the electronic book also. He has audio book also. I listen to. This is the advantages we have with electronic books and paper. Paper I like it because I can highlight it, I can read it, and I can save it. But electronic, it's easier. I can go everywhere I want. If I go somewhere, I remember I go to see a aunt. I have it from some hours, and after they were talking to somebody else on the phone, I use the time to read at least 10 pages in a book. But I have a little bag, nowadays women don't carry big bags, unless you want it for something. You like carry little bag. You don't have to bought a book like Mr. Tally of 500 pages. We will go nowhere with that. But with our phone, never stay away. If you left it, we're gonna get back to get it. You won't leave it. This is why electronic book right now is more trendy. And I know everybody will agree with me on that. Thank you, Teacher Michael.
Congratulations, my dear one, my dear lady, my dear sister. We have like 13 minutes left. 13 minutes we have left. Let's go with Mr. Erlen. After Mr. Erlen, we're gonna I'm sorry, we're gonna try to wrap things up and to finish with things because we have 12 minutes left. Mr. Erlen, you get some 2 minutes to say anything about the last question, please.
All right, thanks. Thank you. So about that questions, I have no preference because the both are important and they have their importance because as Ms. Steffi mentioned, For example, not everywhere you are, you can bring a physical book with you, but if you have it on your phone, it easy for you to read it. All right, and then sometimes it depends. If you have the book, if you have the paper book, you you can read it and use the paper one. But if you don't have it, like we have a lot of books that we are reading now, we don't have them in physical, like ebook. We have ebooks like electronic books. So we won't say that we will not read because we don't have it physically. All right, it depend. It depend. All right. So, but sometimes, I feel things that like WhatsApp, Messenger, TikTok, YouTube can interrupt you while you are waiting. If you not put something like some mod that named do not disturb. That this is a uh, um something that can help to now self message while you are waiting. Okay, and after that is nothing wrong to use book like ebooks. All right, it's nothing wrong, but there is a feeling when you are reading a physical book and like with your coffee around you, that's really nice. You have your book on in your hand, uh you are reading and then you are like smelling the coffee. It's really nice. It's really nice. It's very nice. For me, I used to read on my computer because I see the letters. I use glasses, so my computer is one of the big is one of my help. Is one of the tool I have to read. I think it's only that I would like to say about it. The question don't need a lot of a lot of like to explain a lot of things. All right, it's only that I prefer
Mhm.
uh the both of them within ebooks and paper books. Yeah, they're important. It depends of
Great,
your situations.
great. Thank you. And thank you very much, our dear brother, Mr. Egley. And thank you very much, all of you folks who are here, especially Miss Neftali and Steffi, and especially you guys, you opened your camera. It was not easy. Open your camera, guys. It's a skill. You have to work it. It's not easy to open your camera, guys. It's not easy. And you're gonna be in situation where you have to open your camera. In some interviews, you're gonna have to open it, and you have to be fluent to get things to say, because you're gonna be in an interview. You're gonna get like some 50, 60 people. They're gonna get only some 10, 20. It seems you're in a battle. You gotta fight just to really show yourself, show your confidence. But I can say those ladies who are here, they've been doing really great job. I really thank all of you, and I really congratulate you, Mr. Kebby. You did a really good job, my brother, from another mother, even though you're kind of in other part of the world, in other country, in other states, but you did a really good job. And you, Mr. Jameson, and Mr. Emmanuel Jasmine, Miss Junica, you did really good job. Miss Maisha, Miss Alisa, Miss Maisa Love, Mr. Adel. So all of you guys, you had opportunity to say things. I really thank and I really congratulate you. And don't forget the club. We're gonna keep on with the club tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna get 5 questions. I mean, we're gonna get more questions. Prepare well. Try to be a little shorter if it's possible. Try to be on time, like some 5, 10 minutes before the time. That can really give us opportunity to start, like at 8 for you guys in the OI, 9 for people in Chile and Brazil, and 7 for people in the other part of the world like Haiti, Canada, etc. And now we are about to go. We are about to go. We have only 8 minutes left. I would like to hear you, some of you guys. You can speak Creole, not necessarily to speak English. You can speak Creole if you want, or speak your own language. So, how did you see the club tonight? How much you love it? And what is your suggestion for tomorrow? Or maybe for the next one? We're gonna start with Miss Neftali. We're gonna go with you, please.
Okay, thank you. Before I give my point of view about the club for today, can I please say something really quick,
Very
like for
quick.
30 seconds?
Uh-huh.
Okay, according to the open camera, I remember I was in a session interpreting, and it was the very first time that I was in that situation where my face was being transmitted in some big screen because it was like a message that they wanted to give a quote. And I was Dacian speaker, Dacian current interpreter. And at that time, it felt very weird because people don't really care about your face. What they want to see is the confidence that you have. At that moment, I realized that open my camera in this club was very helpful for me because even though a lot of people were looking at me, but I knew for sure that they didn't even think about my face if I am beautiful. I know I'm not beautiful, but that doesn't matter either because they were not focusing on that. They just wanted to see that I'm confident and I was giving the message that they wanted. So yeah, so I just wanted to encourage you guys to open your camera because that's going to be very helpful for you, not for now, but for the rest of our life. Et pour Claire là, je dis, moi, t'ai vraiment apprécié. Moi, apprécié tout bel commentaire aussi tout. Pour étudiants qui beginner, moi, il faut nous faire, ça fait pas besoin de suspendre, me fier. Comment est-ce que c'est l'école, moi, côté me sorti et me songer. Pour jusqu'à présent, beaucoup de possibilités, beaucoup de crampes pour me regarder club qui est passé, oh, d'accord, club l'aime te gagner un mois, 2 mois pour entrer tandem. Beaucoup de crampes pour faire ça, mais for sure, I'm going to do it in the future. Maybe with my children, my husband, my family, to see. That was me when I was a beginner. But you guys, you're doing better than me. Nous a bien passé, nous exprimons nous vraiment bien, qui donc continuer à faire ça, pratiquer, puis ça peut aider nous. That was all.
Thank you very much, my dear sister. I really appreciate, especially your advice as well. Thank you and your experience. Okay, good. So we have 5 minutes left. Nous avons 5 minutes qui étaient. Est-ce que nous voulez dire quelque chose? Comment nous avons club là, soya? Est-ce que nous avons mail? Quelle suggestion nous avons pour le prochain club là? Try to be 1 minute, Mr. Erlen, and after we're gonna get other 4 minutes left. Let's go, brother.
Yeah, I can say that in Creole, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, ok. Bon, moi j'aime vraiment men vibe là, men tap pi bel si chaque monde te dit un bagay, men bonsoir sou te dit tap pi bel. Paske se yon privilèj li, le fet ki wap apon yon la gen pou gen kapasite pou kapab komunike. Paske la pa gen kom si, gade aksan sa pi bel, aksan sa pa bel, non, pratike nap pratike. Ou ka kote vale erek fet la, donc si se ere nou ap konte pou nou pa fere, ça fait nou pa pale en public. Donc nou kapab, ba di echwe pou nou pa fè nou sezi, men li, c'est comme si, sa nou de ka pran 1 an pou nou apon yon lang, et puis nou pran 2 ans et demi. Nou pran 2 ans et demi. Bon, apre sa, c'était une belle initiative. Bon, question qui pi gros yo, sa question bébé là, nou so joun la, la sfera, question qui pi gros, kote, depi gen changement année, moun ap parler des objectifs, mais qui ça me fait dans la prochaine année. Bon, demain, c'est laisser opportunité pour nous parler de ça mais faire, de qui objectif nous gagne, qui gagne avec les petits, etc. Puis, nous avons une expression encore qui dit à nous chier plafond. Nous capables. And I will be proud of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Mr. Erlen. We have 3 minutes left. I get 3 minutes QT. I'm sorry I didn't mention you, Miss Becky. Miss Becky, you did a really good job as well. I really congratulate you. I'm sorry. And about you, the other guys, est-ce que nous te voulons dire quelques bagages? Nous avons 3 minutes QT. Est-ce que tu voulais dire quelques bagages avant nous aller? C'était...
Diamond Geo bagay.
Yes, Mr. Rebecca, let's go really quick, please.
Yeah, men, mte kontan seman avek nou, menm si mte vreman fatige pa ou mouman. Mbral jere kesyon ouvi kamera, mis Neftali diyon bagay ke vreman apresi vre. Sa e do bouse konfidans ou vre. M vreman fiyer de Miss Neftali, mse msonje lel te fe kap komote vre, donc e bagay si mbat konem de ka diye, ba vre el te geto bon, men, wap gade non ti custom bon jan effort le faire, donc ça vaut la peine pour mon faire effort. Et puis, vraiment apprécier, me fier de tout Teacher Michael parce que
pour faire un bon travail. Avec Mr. Film, toujours en mettant des nous, gens que nous. Club là, vraiment intéressant. On a partagé avec nous. Et Mr. Emmanuel et Mr. Ellen. En fait, ni étudiants qui beginner tout. En tout cas, keep going. Merci un peu pour l'initiative là. J'aime son monde qui lit en tant que chrétien ou obligé de lire, mais c'est pas un monde qui vraiment aime lire. Mais malheureusement, ça m'a pas atteint l'objectif moi lire parce que m'a fait ça un paquet de difficultés tout qui ralentit mon processus apprentissage moi pour bien dire parce que je me sens pas évoluer dans l'anglais mais quand même m'a fait bon, j'ai fait au moins 12 livres pour année pour me lire. Chaque un livre par mois. Je fixe un objectif qui est plus ou moins réel. Je ne suis pas décevoir. Parce que si je m'appelle plusieurs livres et je ne pas arriver à atteindre ça, me déranger. Je préfère que je m'apprenne un livre chaque mois. Au moins, je fais effort pour me. Merci pour tout encouragement. Yo. Bonne soirée.
Oh my God. Thank you, Miss Becky. Thank you. And about you, Miss Adele, please. I see Miss Adele, Mr. Adele. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother.
I understand you. Okay. For me, I feel very, very happy because I like English so much, so much. But I feel English in my blood. Okay, you understand me? But I practice, but I have a problem. I don't practice every day. For that, I'm not. I don't speak very well, but I know that. For that, when I speak, I make the mistake. The pronunciation is not very well, but I know everything. But I wanna go make the efforts for I practice um for I learning for I speak English very well. I promise you that. Okay. Neftali c'est premier monde qui était influencé pour me venir dans le club là donc m'pa passer sur ça pour m'a dit ça donc c'est premier monde qui était invité après ça il fait parler avec Jamaica donc un sentiment very very happy for that. Okay. C'est un réel plaisir. Je me sens vraiment content chaque fois que j'ai l'opportunité pour me participer avec nous. Je me sens la caille moi. OK? Yeah. Donc, c'est ça. J'espère que nous passons une bonne soirée. Everything. OK? That's okay for everyone that's here.
Great. Thank you, my dear brother as well, Mr. Aiden. Good, guys. So, nous voilà aller. On a fini en créole. Donc, c'était un gros bout de temps plaisir pour me dire, nous connecter dans plusieurs pays, guys. Dans plusieurs pays. Dans plusieurs pays, nous connecter là. Et parce que nous tous qui là, nous avons des haïtiens. Nous avons fait causer. Moi, vraiment félicité pour façon que nous apprenons anglais, surtout moi, Miss Neftali, moi, Miss Steffi, Miss Emmanuel, Miss Becky. Moi, l'autre étudiant qui c'est débutant, par exemple, Miss Jenica, Miss Alisa, Mr. James, et Miss Maisha. They've been doing a really great job. Et demain, nous allons avoir un zoko zéro ici là. Nous pas qu'être moun priorisé ou pas de kala, Miss Fatima ou tard. Et il y a l'autre monde qui pas de kala priorisé. Mais demain, n'a bien club parce que WhatsApp l'a toujours bloqué. Mais espérez, pendant la nuit là, WhatsApp a débloqué. Mais demain, on a bien un club. Pour raison ça, moi, sujet, nous préparez bien. Préparez bien. Faites pour nous là aller. Invitez famille, invitez les amis, tout. Pas oublier partie qui est important, tout ces nouvelles sessions. Si il y a des gens qui veulent améliorer l'anglais, faites connaître. Nous avons espace pour le 5 janvier. So that's all for tonight. Have a good night. Sleep well like big and small babies and see you tomorrow. Bye bye, everybody.
Okay, goodbye.
Yes, have a good night.